Hey everyone, so today I'm going to talk through this blog I recently posted, Google Analytics 4 set up with conversion tracking in 5 minutes with 5 steps. This is going to walk through setting up Google Tag Manager, Google Analytics 4, installing the codes, and setting up basic conversion tracking, not e-commerce. This is going to be just PDF downloads, form submissions, phone number links, email links. So we're going to kick it off with setting up Google Analytics 4. If you already had an account, it probably auto-migrated you, but is still using a kind of a dated tag. So I would go in there, follow any prompts they give you, and make sure you install the new code, which you'll basically be able to see here. So I'm going to just use a brand everybody is familiar with, Rolex. I'll just rolex1.com for everything that I'm setting up here. So you can name it, the name, whatever. We'll just say Rolex. Check whatever boxes you prefer. Next. And then I'll do this. Say Rolex 1. Okay, do your time zone. They make you select this now. They used to not, but can go through. Let me see here. Say shopping. Yeah, shopping. Rolex, probably pretty large. And then, go through, say what you're looking to do. Create. Got to accept some terms here. Doing it for the web. Again, enter that. Keep this on. Just makes things a little bit easier. Create stream. Now all of a sudden you got your measurement ID there, which is key. You can actually skip this installation step. And if ever in doubt, just go to the settings, but going to need that measurement ID. So from here, I'm going to go to Tag Manager. Set up the account. Step 1. This is what it looks like in settings to get your data stream, get some more info. But we need to go into Tag Manager and set up some tracking first. Again, I'm going to do this from scratch. So same thing, Rolex 1. You can share data anonymously if you want to. Rolex1.com, web, create. Yes. And it'll give you these codes to install, which these are the 2 main codes you need to install because it will help you fire Google Analytics 4 and the tracking. But I'm going to do that in the next step. We can always get it from the admin tab here. So go in here. The first thing we need to set up is Google Analytics 4. So we do new, GA4, GA4 configuration. There's where you need that measurement ID. So double check it, but yeah, that's where I got that. Don't need to change anything. Triggering here will be all pages. So that's just saying this Google Analytics 4 account and property is going to fire every time somebody loads a page on rolex1.com. Hit save. Then the next things talked about in the blog are just, your tracking is dependent on what your site does. But in most cases, we're looking for phone number clicks, email link clicks, PDF link clicks, form submissions, things like that. Start, maybe if somebody has to request a quote, you have products but not e-commerce, you could see how many people are clicking request a quote or something like that. So let's start off just real simple. Name PDF download tag. It's going to be a GA4 event. It saves it here, so you do that. And then we will need a new trigger, but we need to add some variables first. We'll say all pages for now, but we're going to change that. Variables, configure, and you're going to want to enable all of these click tracking mechanisms. So back to this one, go to the trigger, delete that trigger and add a new one. So this will be the PDF download trigger, and this is going to be triggered by some clicks where the click URL contains .pdf. So anytime somebody clicks a link that ends in .pdf, they're downloading a PDF, that's going to trigger this event, which will populate in Google Analytics. Let's see here. In the settings, you go to events, it will populate here, and you can mark them as conversions, which is noted here. Where are we at? There we go. So as they pop up, you'll be able to mark them as conversions. Then you'll be able to go to the conversions tab, get good conversion reporting data. All right, so showed you how to do the PDF download. I understand this video isn't going to be 5 minutes, but once you get the hang of this, you can definitely do it in 5 minutes, sometimes less. We'll save that. Show you mail. Everything else is basically the same. So if you're tracking an email, if you have your email listed out and somebody could click it to open an email up, it's called mail to tracking. So I just usually name it that. GA4 event, same thing, GA4, mail to, that's how it'll show up in analytics. And we, again, want to do a link click. For the click URL, it's going to have mail to in it. So contains mail to, it'll say mail to, let's say ray@gmail.com. But if you have multiple different links, you can just track mail to get the overarching number. So save that, saying anytime somebody clicks a link that has mail to in it, it's going to populate as this mail to event in Google Analytics 4. And literally the same thing for phone number. It's a link that starts with tel : so GA4 tel. We're going to set up a click trigger. All elements, some click URL contains tel. Good to go. And then the last one that's usually relevant is if somebody clicks or fills out a form, or in this case, I think the big one for Rolex would be this configure button. So that's, a major step to action or step of action that some potential buyer would take to buy, in this case, this GMT Master 2. So if we want to find out what to track here, we're going to start form submission. Event, GA4, form submit, I'll name it. Now the trigger is going to be a click. It's not a URL this time. We have to use something different. Usually I find click IDs or tags. So we'll look here. If you right click and inspect that element, we should be able to see some information. So type, there's class. You can double click, copy that class. And in this case, I like to do equals instead of contain. So it has to be exact. Match that. And anytime a person clicks the button that has that click class, specific one, it's going to trigger the event. From there, we can submit. You can write notes if you want. GA4 plus conversion tracking. That's all set up. So now we need to go back to that tag, as we say here in the blog. You need to install this tag. So you go to your data stream, or actually you don't go to your data stream. We already have, that will be firing from here in Tag Manager. We need to install the Tag Manager, I'm sorry. So we need to paste in the head and the body. If you have a WordPress site, it's really easy to get a plugin, in this case, script insert. If you search head, footer, some will come up. Basically, just make sure the one you get is updated regularly, has good reviews. You'll paste your code in the head and the body or footer there. Save it, and it will populate on your website. You're good to go. On other sites, I don't have this pulled up right now, but I know that they have sections that will say marketing. Should be the same on Squarespace, Shopify. They'll just ask for your measurement ID. They will just ask for your measurement ID or something like that. Look at marketing SEO. Or there will be like a developer section where you can do some tracking. So just, you can do a simple search, Wix, setting up tag manager tracking. Wix marketing SEO, Google Analytics section. Not seeing that. Oh, right there. You can just connect it right there. Really straightforward. So that's, each site has its own way. Do a quick search. You'll find it. WordPress is really easy. Kind of note this here. HTML code, you have to do it directly. If you want to verify your codes, I'd recommend getting this Tag Assistant Legacy by Google. It'll show you what codes, unless sites are blocking it, what codes websites have on them relating to Analytics, Tag Manager, or Google Ads, things like that. I'm not sure why they're not showing up right now. I might have something turned off, but that's how you can verify. And then you're basically good to go. Just keep an eye on those events populating, and then you can mark them as conversions, get that conversion tracking. So yeah, that's pretty much how you do it. Again, e-commerce is a little more complicated. If you're looking to do e-commerce or have any questions on this, let me know, and I'd be happy to help you out and discuss it. All right, thank you.